So where can we look for truth? You know, a truth that actually makes a difference to our day-to-day lives. Uni is a great time to think about life's biggest questions. You are away from family, you are meeting lots of new people and having loads of new experiences. So why not take the opportunity to consider other people's points of views or hear other people's opinions? If you've ever found yourself asking questions like, what's it all about? What's my life about? Or, even more recently off the back of this past year, why is the world the way it is? Or are justice and equality really possible? Or even, is there a God? And if there is, what difference would it make? Then you're not alone. People throughout history have been asking questions just like this. And these questions remain just as important, just as significant today. Especially, I know a lot of us over this past year have had a lot more time on our hands, and we found ourselves asking different types of questions. And it seems that actually asking life's big questions is a common part of the human experience. But where do we begin? And I don't know, maybe you've already started, you've already been looking at some of the world's major religions, or even thinking about your own personal spiritual experiences. It could be that you've just caught yourself asking some questions, or maybe even praying, but you haven't yet found those answers or come to the conclusions that you were hoping for. So where can we look for truth? A truth that actually makes a difference to our day-to-day lives, that gives us security and satisfaction and purpose and hope. Well, I guess there are lots of places that we can look, but I think it's at least eye-catching that of all the world's major religions, there is only one person who has ever claimed not only to pass truth on or to teach truth, but claimed to actually be truth, who has said that within the context of a relationship with him, that's where we find the answers to life's biggest questions, or even actually to our own deepest longings. And that person was Jesus. Jesus remains to this day one of the most famous, influential and controversial figures in all of history. H.G. Wells, who was not necessarily a Christian himself, said that Jesus is the most dominant figure in all of history. There was a recent study which has shown that actually Christianity is the most culturally diverse religion in the world, that it cannot be pigeonholed to a particular people group or culture. In a nutshell, I guess what this means is that Jesus, the person of Jesus and his teachings, are still influencing people in every corner of the globe to this very day. C.S. Lewis, the famous professor, author, atheist turned Christian, said this of Christianity, that if Christianity is false, it is of no importance. If Christianity is true, it is of infinite importance. The only thing it cannot be is moderately important. So what about you? Have you ever had the chance to explore Jesus for yourself? Through what he said and through what he did, many people came to the conclusion that he was in fact God himself, that he was inviting us into a friendship with him that gave us an assurance of love and of peace. And that invitation is still being taken up by millions of people across the globe to this day. So why not take the chance to investigate some of Jesus's claims for yourself? I remember as a student sort of thinking about some of these questions too, and I'm really grateful that it's not something that we have to do on our own. Agape Students is a great community of students just like yourself, asking some of these really big questions, and I know that they would love to say hi and introduce themselves to you. I know that starting to read the Bible can feel really daunting, especially if it's not something that you've ever done before. So why not ask one of the Christian students that you meet in Agape, who maybe might be a little bit more familiar with it, to help you, to do it with you. It could be that together you can ask questions of the Bible, ask questions of Jesus, that together you can ask questions of the things that you find, and who knows what you might discover together.